Hi, I'm Leroy Morris, and this is Cheeseworks Video. And tonight we're here at Trackside Bar and Grill on I-35 Speedway in West Missouri for Tompkins Industries Night at the Races, and they're getting their track packed in. We got a makeup event tonight for the B-Mods, and we'll get to racing.
35 Speedway in row number 3.
Okay.
Cars down the backstretch and go into turn number 3. Tightly bunched side by side, looking for the green flag. Coming out of turn number 4. Here they go. Green flag is out and the race is on.
Well, that 29 of Cody King gets a good start into turn number 1, but the triple nickel of Bo Wells, he's going to work back to the outside of the 29. They're side by side through 1 and 2. They're going to stay that way off of 2, and they're going to drag races. We got one around over in turn number 2. He's going to keep that car fired as we're going to continue battling into turn number 3. The triple nickel of Bo Wells all the way at the top side of the speedway. He's going to use that momentum. He will take the lead, and he will lead lap number 1.
Bo Wells completes lap number 1 with the lead in front. Cody King just behind him, and now side by side as here comes Ron Hill up for the second position. Looks like King is going to shut the door on Ron as he continues in the 3rd spot, but it's Bo Wells in the lead as they come through 3 and 4. Here comes Ron Hill looking for that 2nd spot coming out of turn number 4.
The 87 of Jack Turner has gone around in the middle of 3 and 4. Possibly a little bit of contact from the 11J of Jacob Grotewheel, but that will bring out the yellow flag here at I-35 Speedway.
So caution flag on the track. I'll bring out the caution flag here on lap.
And they will file in outside, inside, through the rest of the field. The lights are out. We're going to go green flag racing off of turn number 4. The triple nickel of Bo Wells keeps him slow off of 4. He's going to lead the field to green. He gets a good start. They're going to battle side by side behind him into turn number 1.
Ron Hill and Cody King looking for that 2nd spot. They're side by side through 1 and 2, but it's Bo Wells continuing to lead down the backstretch as they come out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Wells still in command with King just behind him. And here comes Ron Hill looking to the inside to try to take over spot number 2. And we have a car over the banking still able to continue out of turn number 4.
That is the 94C of Chester Kaufman having issues over there in turns 3 and 4. He keeps it going. We're going to stay green flag racing. The 80 says now the 17R of Riley Fuller around in turns 1 and 2. She still sits there, and that will bring out another yellow flag here at I-35 Speedway.
So the caution flag comes out on lap number 3 of this 12-lap feature event for the Pure Stocks as Riley Fuller.
C of Chester Kaufman and the 17R of Riley Fuller rounds out your field as the lights are out. We're going to roll into turn number 3. Bo Wells is going to wait to restart the race where he wants it. That is now the 72 of Ron Hill times it well. They're going to battle side by side. A good start from him. The triple nickel leads into turn number 1.
King looking to the outside. Ron Hill on the inside for that 2nd position. Bo Wells showing the way. Ron Hill tries to move up into spot number 2, but he's got King on his outside right side looking for that spot. As they come out of turn number 4, here they come side by side out of 4 for 2nd.
The 87 of Jack Turner over the berm in turns 3 and 4. He'll keep it right in the right direction. We're going to stay green flag racing as the 29 of Cody King. He tries to hang on to that 2nd position as now the 17R of Riley Fuller. Loose over in turn 2. She'll keep that car righted in the right direction as now the 72 of Ron Hill takes that 2nd position as we're 5 laps in, 12 to go, and he can now set his sights on the triple nickel of Bo Wells.
Bo Wells continues to lead through 1 and 2. He's got Ron Hill right there behind him. And Cody King in the 3rd spot. They're 1, 2, 3. Grotewell trying to make up the distance in the 4th spot. He's the 2-time winner here this season. Ron Hill now closing up the gap. He comes right up on the bumper of the 55.5 as Bo Wells, the triple nickel.
72 of Ron Hill. He's chased down and closed that gap. There's about 3 feet between the two of them off of turn number 2. A good run off of turn 2 for Bo Wells as a 72 of Ron Hill. Going to continue to try to run the high side right behind him. Try to dime in the corner just a little bit. Get to the inside off of turn 4, but it's still the triple nickel of Bo Wells. Leading is the 17R again. Has problems in turn number 2. She keeps that car headed in the right direction as now the triple nickel of Bo Wells leads off of turn 2.
Ron Hill right behind Bo Wells. They've got lap traffic. Riley Fuller just in front of them as they come through turn 3. And now out of turn number 4, Riley's going a little bit lower. Now moves over for the traffic going faster by her. Bo Wells flashes by the start-finish line. Ron Hill right behind him as they slide their way through turns 1 and 2 and down the backstretch.
A big run off of turn 2 for the 72 of Hill. About a half car length now between the two as the triple nickel of Bo Wells slides up and over the berm off of turn number 2, slides into the berm, off of the berm over in turns 3 and 4, as that will bring out the yellow flag.
With the lead, Jack Boy, look at Turner coming up in that 87 car, and we may have the hood coming up on the third place vehicle. Is the 87 coming up? Jack Turner now moves into the third spot, but here comes the leader out of turn number 4 to complete lap number 9. That is the 72 of Ron Hill.
72 of Hill right there up against the cushion, right on that razor's edge as the 17R Riley Fuller around again in turns 1 and 2. Try to see if she can keep that car fired. She will. We're going to stay green flag racing. 2 to go this time by for the 72 of Ron Hill.
Ron Hill continues to lead. Jacob Gertwell trying to close in as the laps tick down. 2 to go. Look at the white flag this time by. Jack Turner been very quick moving up into the third spot, but it's Ron Hill showing the way as he comes through 3 and 4. Grotwell trying to put it down right on the apron as they came out of turn 4. Here's the white flag.
Grotto wheel got loose off of turn number 4. That should seal it for the 72 of Ron Hill. Grotto wheel giving it everything he can to get to his back bumper, but the gap is just too much. The 72 of Ron Hill works into turn number 3 for the final time. Off of turn number 4, your pure stock feature winner will be the 72 of Ron Hill. Second will go to the 11J of Jacob Grotto wheel. Third will be the 87 of Jack Turner. Fourth will go to the 540 of Sean Houston. And rounding out your top 5 will be the 94C of Chester Kaufman.
Riley Fuller getting around there as the leader came around her again there in the 17R. Inside of row 1 next to him, Chris Mercer. It's all of his hands full. Those guys going down the backstretch and look for the green flag coming through turn number 4. Morrison on the inside, Mercer on the outside. Here they come through 3, looking for 4, and then they'll have the green flag and we'll be racing for the E-Mods. Green flag is out and we're underway.
A good start from both your front row contenders. They're going to battle side by side in the turn number 1. The 13 of Chris Mercer. He's going to go straight to the cushion. He's going to get the big run, and he drives off of turn number 2. The 13 of Chris Mercer leads into turn number 3.
And Morant looking very quick on the outside. He's right behind Morrison. Gary Don Ainsworth also very quick, but the lead is going to be Chris Mercer with Morrison second, and the 28 of Morant coming through 1, 2, 3.
13 of Mercer, he's still driving down the back straightaway with about 5 car lengths on the 50 of Leroy Morrison. The 28 of Justin Moran, he's slotted into the third position now. As we all watch all about everyone up right up there against that cushion is now the 00 of Jason Inslee around in turns 3 and 4, and that will bring out the yellow flag on the Speedway.
So caution flag comes out on lap number 2 of this 12-lap feature event. So caution flag does come out.
Have gone out. We're going to go green flag racing off of turn number 4, the 13 of Mercer. He's back to the gas. The 50 of Morrison tries to squeeze the 28 of Morant. He does so, but a big lead into turn number 1 for the 13 of Chris Mercer.
Big battle there, side by side. 3 wide and a turn number 2. As looks like Morant came a little high through the corner, may have tagged the wall. Coming out of turn number 2, but the leader continues to be Chris Mercer coming out of turn number 4. Morrison in the second spot at a spin in turn number 4. Looks like we'll have the caution flag comes out as a spin in turn number 4. Mercer with that, but 3 wide through that second corner. You can see it step event for the USRA B-Mods as they come out of turn number 3. Turn number 4, they hit the gas. Here comes the green flag, and the race is on. 2 by 2, side by side, into turn number 1 and into turn number 2. 3 wide through the corner. Still the battle for the lead. It's Luke Neiman and Corey Myers side by side for the lead. They're stacked up all behind him, 2 by 2 as they come to complete lap number 1. Neiman leads on the inside, though. It's going to be Daniel Harris challenging for the second spot as they come out of turn number 2. He's got Myers just to his outside. Rest of the field is 2 by 2 down the backstretch. Neiman continues to lead down the front stretch, down to complete lap number 2. Myers in the second spot. He's got the 07 of Harris, and here comes Ed Nolan the inside. Nolan, that fourth position, trying to challenge up. Now he's in fifth. 15 of Myers goes a little bit higher. Neiman continues to lead as they come out of 4. Neiman with the lead. Here comes Daniel Harris in the 07, looking to take over spot number 2. He's got Myers just in front of him, side by side, Ed Knoll with them. And we've got a car stuck, it looks like the 94 of Hilliard, right here on the front stretch. Cars trying to avoid Hilliard as he is sideways coming out of turn number 4. So the guys line it up down the backstretch, 2 by 2. The leader all alone in the front row. The green flag is out and we're back underway. 2 by 2, everybody but the leader at the front. 3 wide coming through turn number 2. Knoll moves up into the 3rd spot. Everyone clears it as they come through 1 and 2. The 07 of Harris now moves up into spot number 2. They go side by side. Myers is right there with them down to the front stretch. Neiman continues to show the way. The 07 of Daniel Harris looks to the outside, continuing on in spot number 2. And we have a caution flag. Looks like a spin on the track. Looks like we got debris. Looks like behind him, the 15 of Ed Knoll, all very fast. Here we go. The leader comes through 3, through 4. Green flag is out, and we're back underway. Harris looks quickly down to the lead. He's got a side-by-side for the lead coming out of turn number 2. Harris goes inside of Neiman through turn 2. Now down the backstretch and into 3. Neiman trying to fight back on the inside. Harris on the inside. They're still side-by-side at the line. Coming through 1 and 2, side by side still. Harris and Neiman in that tight battle for the lead. Now Neiman's able to pull ahead slightly in turn number 4. Harris dives to the inside, looks to the inside. He's going to slide down there and see if he can get the apron and catch the lead. He's side by side coming out. He's got a nose. Neiman just in front of him. They're side by side for the lead coming through 3 and 4. Neiman to the outside, Harris to the inside as they continue side by side. Now Neiman gets an edge as they come to the start-finish line. Here comes Harris looking to the outside, got a little loose coming through the corner. Myers and Knoll a side-by-side battle as well for the 3rd spot.
94's in the center.
Leader comes by to complete the next lap. Neiman still in the lead. Here comes Harris back to the outside. Looking side by side. Couldn't get the pass. Outside of turn number 2. Now down the backstretch. Nosed him in. And now looking to the outside again on turn number 4. Neiman able to shut the door. Harris doing everything to try to get by. Caution flag on the track. Spin there in turn number 3 has brought out the caution flag.
For the 19, the one spun on the back, but it was after the 19.
Also, a spin on the backstretch has caused the caution. Green flag out of 4. He's got the 07. Look at Ed Knoll trying to move up. Here's the green flag. They're side by side for the lead again. Knoll and Myers side by side for the 2nd spot. Neiman and Harris side by side for the lead. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. You could throw a towel over all of them. Here they come out of 4. Harris trying to get the lead. He goes door to door, but it's going to be Neiman who stays up front. Harris battling back to the inside. Again, they're side by side. Neiman holds up a little bit, didn't get the run. Here they come, and it's going to be Harris that gets the lead. Neiman trying to battle back, noses in, slows up a little bit. Here comes Myers trying to battle, but it's Neiman with the lead. Side by side for Myers and Knoll. Neiman trying to battle back after having the lead for so long, but it's the 07 of Daniel Harris with the lead, now pulling away just a bit. Trying to close up. Here comes Neiman. Knoll on the inside trying to diamond down in that 3rd spot, trying to nose his way into the 3rd position, and he does. Ed Knoll trying to set his sights on Neiman. Neiman gets a little loose coming out of turn number 2. Harris continuing to lead as the laps dwindle away. Here comes the leader out of 4, continuing to run up front. It's the 07 of Daniel Harris. Neiman just behind him. Knoll and Myers putting out a good battle back there for the 3rd spot. 2 laps to go this time by. Here comes the leader by. It's the 07 again of Daniel Harris. Followed by Neiman. Ed Knoll in the 3rd position. Knoll trying to close in on Neiman for 2nd. Meanwhile, it's the 07 of Daniel Harris has got himself a sizable lead so far as he's able to hold on. Here's the white flag for the leader coming out of turn 4. It's Harris. Harris with 1 more lap to go. Now that battle for 2nd. Here comes Knoll on the inside of Neiman. Knoll battles to the inside of Neiman, side by side out of 2. Here comes the leader through 3, through 4, looking for the win. Here's the 07. He's going to get it. It's going to be Daniel Harris who gets the win. Here is Knoll coming side by side with Neiman. It's going to be Neiman who edges out Knoll for the 2nd position. Knoll ends up 3rd. Myers just behind that group as they had a huge battle going on back in the pack. Wow, what a great race that was. What a big win. A big win for the 07 of Daniel Harris. There he is, Daniel Harris. Well, he ought to do a burnout. There he goes. All right.
222, right? Oh, yeah, sorry, 222.
Of Jeff Dixon. They roll into turn 3 off of turn number 4. The green flag is out. We're stock car racing at I-35 Speedway.
Here they come through the corner. Looks like Schwope on the inside, but it's going to be the 9 car. Coming on the inside, it is Cody Clark. And the 69 car, they're still side by side. Clark on the outside, it's Schwope on the inside. And here comes Dixon up in the 98 car to challenge as they're side by side for the lead out of turn number 4.
The 69 of Clark will lead lap number 1. The 88 of Dixon trying to follow him past on the top side. He's going to look to make it 3 wide off of turn number 2. Thinks better of it as the 17 of Schwope settles into second. The 88 of Dixon continues to work the top side of the speedway as the 69 of Clark has about a little bit of a lead off of turn number 4.
And they thought about 3 wide as the 69 Clark continues to lead. Schwope Jr. on the inside of Dixon for the second spot. Dixon trying to make the pass. They're still side by side with the 69 of Clark still showing the way in the lead. Now Dixon's able to get the pass on Schwope as it came through 3 and now out of 4. It's going to be Clark, Dixon, and Schwope out of 4.
As the field gets single file, now the 69 of Clark gets a little bit of a push in the middle of 1 and 2. That closes that 5 car length gap to about 4 car lengths now into turn number 3. The 88 of Dixon, he's going to work the top side of the speedway as off of turn number 4. We're halfway in, 4 in, 4 to go.
4 done, 4 down in the books, 4 yet to go. Clark still showing the way. We've seen the leaders, unfortunately, come to a bad night, but so far Clark is doing a great job up front, trying to maintain the lead against Dixon in the second spot. Goes a little high, the leader comes off the banking in turn number 3. The leader came off the banking in turn 3 and comes back. Clark comes out, and Dixon inherits the lead with 3 to go.
The 17 of Eddie Schwope III, he will slot into second as now we have to see if the 69 of Cody Clark can regroup, but there might not be enough time for him to get around the 17 and catch back up to the 88. The 88 of Dixon off a turn. Number 4 is again problems for the 69 of Cody Clark. 2 to go for the 88 of Jeff Dixon.
Dixon, who won last week, is trying to make it 2 in a row. Dixon slinks it through out of turn number 2, still showing the way. Schwope, and now here comes Clark back for the second spot. They're side by side for second, coming through turn 3. But it's Dixon with the lead as he comes out of turn number 4.
The 88 of Jeff Dixon, he will take the white flag and take it into turn 1 for the final time as the battle rages for second. The 69 of Clark to the inside of the 17 of Schwope. Clark pushes up the hill, unable to make the pass that time off of 2. Back into turn number 3. Your leader, the 88 of Jeff Dixon, will work off of turn number 4 for the final time. And picking up the USRA Stock Car Feature win will be the 88 of Jeff Dixon. Second will go to the 17 of Eddie Schwope III, and rounding out your fields, the 69 of Cody Clark.
Flag. Here we go. Green flag is out, and we are underway.
And a good start from the 96 of Danny Barker. He's going to take the advantage into turn number 1. The 29 of Elliott's going to work the low side. The 96 of Barker tries to pinch him down, but it's a big run off of turn 2 for the 29 of Elliott. He leads down the back straightaway. He takes the lead into turn number 3.
Elliott with Barker right there with him. Shaw went a little high. He's in the 3rd spot. They'll combine to complete lap number 1. It's going to be Elliott with side by side for the second place battle.
The 12B of Chase Breed, he now slots into second. The 11 of Darren Shaw, he'll pass the 96 of Barker as well. He slots into 3rd as the 29 of Dennis Elliott tries to get to the bottom of the racetrack. That's where he likes to run, is now the 96 as we've got a pile up over in turn number 3 and 4.
Big pile up there in turn number 3 as several cars sideways. Guys spun and then got bunched up, and some guys woed up and some guys didn't in time and got collected 3. They pick up the accelerator. They hit the gas. The green flag is out and the race is underway.
A controlled start from the 29 of Dennis Elliott gives him a couple car lengths into turn number 1. The rest of the field tries to battle for the inside line. The 2H of Hansen, the first one to try the outside. The 12B of Chase Breed gets second, but the 29 of Dennis Elliott extends to about a 5 car length.
Elliott still shows the way as he's coming through the corner. Looks like we have a spin and a couple of cars bunched up there. Another spin as several cars getting collected in the turn 4 corner. So several cars collected again in that turn number 4 area that's been an Achilles heel for the.
If that car is at least functional, grab a couple more points, and work his way, as he's going to be a point contender later this season. We're back to green flag racing at I-35 speed with the 29 of Dennis Elliott. He gets a good start. The 12B of Chase Bride's right there into turn number 1. It's about a car length off of turn number 2.
And the leader, Elliott, takes him through the corner. It looks like a lot of side-by-side racing action further back in the field, but Elliott still leading the way up front as they get ready to complete lap number 3. Here comes Elliott flashing by, and he's got Bride right behind him. The 2H just behind that group as well as they come by to complete lap number 3.
The 98 of Austin Johnson pulls that car off of the Speedway. That will end his feature as we're now back down to 8 cars. This is the 29 of Dennis Elliott. He starts to open up the gap between him and the 12B of Chase Bride. The battle is for third between the 2H of John Hansen and the 96 of Danny Barker. Hansen has it into turn number 1.
Hansen right there. He's able to go a little bit higher. Let's see if Barker's able to go on the inside. No, he's not going to be able to do it as Hansen continues on. Here comes Barker looking back on the inside. He'll nose into it. Not able to do that as Elliott continues to lead up front, completing lap number 5.
The 11 of Darren Shaw had to restart at the tail of the field. He's starting to work his way back as he looks to try to work his way into the top 5. He's to the outside of the 99J of Hoover. They battle side by side down the back straightaway. The 11 of Shaw works the top side of the Speedway. He's right up against the cushion. It looks like he's off of turn number 4 as it's still the 99J of Hoover in that 5th position.
Elliott continues to lead up front. He's got quite a few car lengths there between he and the second place runner, Chase Bride, as they continue to lead up front. And a spin in turn number 1. And it looks like the car is able to continue on, so the caution flag does not go out as Elliott continues to lead here on lap number 7.
That's the 38 of Anthony Loxton. He'll pull that car to the infield. His heat feature will be over as the 2 leaders have separated themselves. The battles for 2nd through 6th is now the 11 of Darren Shaw. He takes over that 5th position. He's going to try to look for 4th as the 2H of John Hansen holds on to that 3rd position, but he's got 3 hungry dogs behind him trying to find a way around. The 11 of Darren Shaw, he falls back to 5th, is now the 99J of Hoover. They're 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Shaw in a 3-wide sandwich, pulls through it, able to motor by Barker. Now he's trying to set his sails on the next car as it comes side by side out of turn number 2. Turn 4, now into turn number 1.
The 11 of Darren Shaw, they're 3 wide again off of turn number 2. Shaw makes it 2 wide. He gets a big drive off of turn number 2. He's side by side with Hansen, gives Shaw 3rd into turn 3. He'll slide up the racetrack as the battle then now is for 4th between the 2H of Hansen and the 96 of Barker.
Halfway through, and Shaw was really hoping a bet for a caution flag right now because he's got the hottest car on the track, moving up into the 3rd position. It's still Elliott who flashes by the start-finish line with the lead here on lap number 11 with 9 to go. Right behind him is Bride, and there he is, Shaw in the 3rd spot.
Both Bride and Shaw can only hope for a caution at this point as the 29 of Dennis Elliott is putting it to the rest of this USRA modified field. Give him about a straightaway lead here with 12 laps in and just 8 to go.
Elliott has definitely set sail. He's on the backstretch. He'll have another lap or so, and then he'll be into lap traffic. So we'll see how our leader is able to negotiate that traffic as he comes down to complete lap number 13. So Elliott in the lead with 7 to go, and he's got Bear just behind him, Wright just behind him in the 2nd position. Again, quite a distance between he and now Shaw at the 3rd place spot.
The 99J of Hoover and the 2H of Hansen, they're putting on the best battle on the racetrack. That is for the 4th position. The 99J of Hoover, he gets a good drive off of turn number 2. They battle side by side into turn 3. The 2H of Hansen, he's going to work the top side. The 99J of Hoover, he's going to work the bottom of the racetrack off of turn number 4. Give 4th to the 99J of Billy Hoover.
99 of Hoover able to move in front. Now Shaw sets his sights on the 2nd place car as they complete the 15th lap with 5 to go. Elliott with a sizable lead. It looks like at least one more lap, and Elliott may be into lap traffic leading this race. Doing a great job, but it's Bright in 2nd place and Shaw in 3rd.
The 29 of Dennis Elliott, he can now say he's almost got a half track on 2nd place. As the 11 of Darren Shaw, he's closed that gap up to the 12B of Bride. That's going to be a battle for 2nd with just 4 laps to go. The 11 of Shaw, he's on the back bumper of the 12B of Bride. Shaw's going to go to the top side of the racetrack, right up against the cushion. He will blitz to the top side. He's going to work off of turn 2, give the 11 of Darren Shaw 2nd into turn number 3.
Shaw put the heat on the bumper as it came through the corner. Now he's going to take the high side coming out of 4. He'll take away spot number 2 as Elliott continues down the backstretch with the lead. It's Shaw now moving into the 2nd position coming out of turn number 2. 2 more laps to go.
The 11 of Darren Shaw starts to drive away from the 12B of Bride. Is now the 29 of Dennis Elliott with 2 to go. He's going to have to work lap traffic. The 96 of Barker and the 4M of Lamar in front of him. He does have a half track now on the 11 of Darren Shaw. The 29 of Elliott could just ride behind the lap cars, but he's not going to do so, as off of turn 4, the white flag is out for the 29 of Dennis Elliott.
Elliott with several cars in front of him. He's got kind of a sandwich in front of him. Let's see how he's able to thread the needle as he's on the final lap of this race. He's got one more car in front of him, one to his outside. Everybody giving him plenty of room, using his head, comes out of turn number 4. Here's the win for Dennis Elliott, who gets the victory.
The 11, Darren Shaw, works through off of turn number 4. He will drive back to the second position. Third will go to the 12B of Chase Bride. Fourth will be the 99J of Billy Hoover. And then rounding out the top 5 will be the 2H of John Hansen.
Big win for Dennis Elliott, who gets the win here in the USRA Modifieds. So big win for Dennis Elliott, his first victory of the 2018 season here at I. We're here with the modified winner tonight, Dennis Elliott. And Dennis, tell us about your victory and that race you had tonight. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, you just kind of had to hold your composure. I don't know what was going on, what was taking place back behind, but you know, we were firing them restarts up and you're always worried about the tires firing, and then we sat there for a long time and just it gets hot in the car, I guess, but we dialed everything in and put her on cruise control.
Were you worried a little bit about having that car sitting there for a while before you did make sure it was going to restart? You're able to get back up there in the starting position up front?
I was just more than anything worried about getting heat back in the tires after we'd, you know, lit them up there a few times on them restarts and make sure they were going to fire then after we'd sat there for quite a while.
Well, you had a heck of a lead. Tell us about where you were able to get away that far. It looks like you were in another county and another zip code there.
Yeah, the bottom was there tonight, and I really like to run the bottom here. And I just told myself as good as it was latching up that slower was faster until I could hear anybody back there. I was going to stay down there. And I kind of watched the racetrack tonight and had a good feeling that it'd be there. And we've been working on some stuff on the car, and I think it's a lot of fun to drive tonight. So hopefully we can continue and keep the car consistent and repeating, and life will be good.
Well, Field's got to watch out. If you're having a good time, you might be running away with this thing. But congratulations on your first win for the 2018 season.
Thank you very much. Nice night, and it looked like you had a good crowd tonight in the stands, and I appreciate everything.
Oh, sponsors as well.
Elliott Motorsports, Glendenning Motor Company, Schaefer Racing Oil, FK Rod Ends, Swift Springs, Tull Farms Custom Dirt Work, McGaha Farms, Napa Auto Parts in Mount Air, Iowa. And I got to thank my guys for me, and there's quite a few guys that's helped me during the week, just, you know, phone calls and just things like that, just bouncing information off that I really thank them for their time.
Thank you, Dennis, and congratulations on your victory tonight.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Dennis Elliott, your U.S. hot shoe here tonight. How about Daniel Harris? Boy, what a run you had. What a hot rod. I'm telling you what. And USRA B-Mods, you were just amazing tonight. Tell us about your drive to get to victory lane.
Man, that was tough. I didn't know if I could get around Luke there at first. He was running that high side, and I seen that cushion up there, and I was like, man, I want that. So I tried down around the bottom. I was pretty quick, but he kept pulling me off the top side, you know, just that momentum deal, and he kind of went down, and I kind of just capitalized on it. And once we got out in the lead, you know, I just wondered when that white flag was coming out and that checkered, you know, they don't come quick enough, that's for sure. And you got some hot shoes in this class. I mean, it's tough, you know. So
you got a lot of race cars out there and a lot of hungry drivers right behind that 07.
Oh, yeah, all of them. I mean, any of them can win any given night up here, and it's just awesome.
All right, well, tell us about your sponsors and the people that got you here to victory lane.
Man, I have so many. One of the big ones, you know, I got to thank my wife. You know, she puts up with this, and it's like a full-time job. My mom, she stands behind me 110%, and, you know, anytime I need something and maybe fun's not there or something, she steps up. Got to give a huge shout-out to Prime Racing, Dustin Boney. He's been there. Chad Clancy. He helps me anytime I need something. You know, so many people, you know, that behind me, you know. We got Kevin Stoa. Man, that thing's That thing is a hot rod. Got Wind Supply, Superior Dent. I got to look at them all. Flick Farms, Larry Shaw Race Cars. I mean, what a fast hot rod. I'm sure there's some I missed. I don't even know who's up on the nose. Yeah, 9 rounds. Anybody want to get healthy, go see my sister Heather. For sure, she'll put a whooping on you. We got Recon Auto. We got BFD Fab Shop. Man, I hate to forget anybody.
Make your list next time.
Yeah, I need a list for sure.
Victory Lane list next time.
Yeah. I think that's about it. Everybody that helps me, my cousin Kojak, he can't be here tonight. That kid's put a ton of time and effort in this car. One of my buddies, Justin, he's here with me tonight. My boss, Ron, he came up, watched me. Glad I got to put on a good show for him. So.
All right, well, congratulations on your big win tonight. Hopefully you'll see a lot more of those trophies sitting on the 07 car before the season is out.
Yeah, I hope so. I've only won a couple of races so far in my career, and I don't think they're ever going to get old, that's for sure.
It certainly doesn't get old coming into Victory Lane, but congratulations on your big win tonight. It was really exciting watching you run.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thanks to Mike Johnson for a great track.
Well, thank you very much, Daniel. So it was great to watch you run.
Thank Darren Shaw for the good-looking hot. I about forgot him.
All right, well, thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate that. And, again, congratulations on your win tonight. Oh, you got one more thing.
Yeah, I don't know where Tim Murphy ran off to. I want to dedicate this win tonight to Tim for Bud Wilson. The old Bud man, he definitely always wore out my back bumper when we raced together, and I sure do miss that. So definitely this win is for old Bud.
All right, well, that's a great deal. All right, well, congratulations, Daniel, and the big win tonight here in the B-Mods. Congratulations very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you. Here he is in Victory Lane, the number 88, Jeff Dixon. Well, wow. This is you got 2 trophies here tonight. How about that? Pretty cool for you. Tell us about your run to get into Victory Lane tonight. Yeah, a lot of cars behind you there, and a lot of hard-fought battles on the track to get up here.
Yeah, we've been lacking a few cars, but the cars that are here, it's good competition, and just fortunate to be able to get the win.
Absolutely. So tell us about your sponsors. And now you finished second a few times, but obviously you wanted to finish first. You got the win last weekend, and then boom, you came in here and ran this one and got the win again. You were running second a few times, but man, you really ran it hard tonight. You've been a hard charger for a lot of races. Been waiting to see you in Victory Lane.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of good runs, and finally come around and got a couple. So I got to thank my dad. He's the one that keeps this thing going and gets it here every week. I just basically show up and drive it, so I got to thank him. And thank all my family, Daryl's Garage, Barry Wood Construction, Drew Davis, Attorney at Law, WW Motorsports, Cletus Murray Trucking. All right, Jeff, well, congratulations here on your victory tonight, and great to see you in Victory Lane. Got a couple of young fans here want to get a trophy here as well. Yeah, them are my boys, and I'd like to say Happy Mother's Day to my wife, and appreciate it.
All right, Jeff Dixon, your winner tonight. Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you, man. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right. All right, wow. Here we go. E-Modified winner. This is going to be an old hat for you, man. This is your 4th win in a row. Chris Mercer, how about that?
Anytime I get to start on the front row, front row is my favorite spot to start because I can just put it on top and just go around the outside. That's my favorite line. So.
Well, I know I talked to Randy Ainsworth a lot. He was talking about, what you did to get to this point and what you did. 2017 Rookie of the Year, and now 4 wins in a row. And he talked about what kind of person and driver you are. A lot of confidence, and you've absolutely shown it this season with 4 wins in a row. That's truly amazing.
Right. Yeah, and Randy, he's always been a good advocate of mine. He taught me a lot of stuff. Him and John Stoneham gave me an apprenticeship that I can never. I got to thank my dad. He's here every week, always helping me on the car. He pretty much does everything to the car for me. I don't really have to turn a wrench. I got to thank my wife. it takes a lot of time to make these cars this fast every week, and like Daniel said, it's a full-time job. Got to thank Mike Johnson tonight on this track. The track had good moisture all night and didn't come apart. Sometimes you either have one or the other. You have a track that's got a lot of tack in it and it's kind of rough, or you have a track that's super slick and smooth. And tonight he definitely hit the mark on it. Got to thank all the sponsors on the car. Fast Lane Racing Engines, Shelton's Flooring, Bob Harris Enterprises. He's my go-to guy with setup stuff. HD Disposal, McLaughlin Fabrication, TNA Trucking, Daniel Harris with Harris Lawn and Landscape, and got to thank Fusion Graphics for doing a good job making this car look good.
All right, well, congratulations, Chris. 4 wins in a row. That's pretty huge at this track, and with the competition you got, that's really. So congratulations. We'll look forward to seeing you again, I guess, in Victory Lane real soon. We'll see how many you can get this year.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Chris Mercer, congratulations. Nice job, buddy. And here we are with Ed Knoll, another familiar face in Victory Lane here in the USRA B-Mods. And Ed, wow, you start off the night and then you had to go right into a 15-lap feature event. The track is pretty fresh. You just did some hot laps and then wham, here you are in a 15-lap feature. Tell us about that win tonight and what you had to do to get to Victory Lane.
Well, I mean, starting on the front helps a lot. Get out front and take off and not have to deal with race with anybody. So a lot of it goes to that, but I was just fortunate we worked hard in the heat race to get up toward the front, so that helps too.
And your second feature win for 2018. Tell us about that, how that feels to have that under your belt as well.
Well, it always feels good. There's a lot of tough competition, and there's probably about 8 cars can win any given time. So it's just it's a tough class, and it's not a walk in the park. There's a lot of tough customers here. So
absolutely, a lot of cars. Now, people you want to thank for getting your Victory Lane?
This is my support team, and they're with me everywhere I go and everything I do. And the only help I got, like I always say, just Chris Littrell, Fast Lane Engines, and that helps a lot too. And I'll dedicate this race to Cody Farr. I went to his funeral day, and pretty sad moment, but glad that I could be a part of that, and hope for good things for his family. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Ed. Always great to see you here in Victory Lane.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now time for that tenderloin sandwich.
Oh, we're gonna do that for sure.
All right.